Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're moving on into the final match of the evening. It is, of course, Damage Inc. versus Morekats, and face, my dude, this is going to be a scrappy old match because you've got two teams that, by all accounts, when you're looking at this final spot, I don't think many people would have put them here, but that is just more enticing for us and, of course, the players to put themselves on the stage to be able to make it through to tomorrow. Now, I know the guys on over from Damaging, like I said, for a lot from like the Swiss scene and such, with Aravella, Frosty there. Onko, though, you said you know this young Dutch lad. For me,
Yeah.
today was the first time seeing him. What can you tell me about Onko?
He plays for, I think it's Rotterdam university team, and they did qualify for the European Championships. They're doing quite well, I think. They're currently playing for top 16 or something. And also a quick note, because I hyped it up a little bit, Bingo isn't playing, he is their sub, which I'm quite sad about.
Ooh, but Parsi on the pitch as well. I mean, I said Bingo's played on Esportsburg once or twice. We looked it up for a charity event, wasn't it? But Parsi has been on the main roster. It's probably going to be the one to hype up a little bit. Bingo is hyping up Omit, though, so that's going to be interesting. And Levito as their third. So let's just see how this goes. 30 seconds already gone by. We try and cut out a little bit of, hype over the back and forth ping pong. But what is this? Irovella's just been given a free goal.
Bingo would have saved that. Calling it now. I'm joking. Posse, of course, thought that the offensive player that was next to him was going to hit the ball, but it didn't happen, and then he was a little bit awkward and barely could not make it out. These teams were slugging against each other, just hitting each other left and right, trying to find an opening, and while the first one was a beautiful, I would even try to call it a fake, maybe?
Maybe. Anyway, 4 minutes left on the clock. Already a minute gone by. First goal going to Damage Inc. And you can see Morekats looking to get one back. Try and close that margin. Omit beaten by Onko, though. Frosty not going to be able to get the touch. Onko looking to follow on through. Ravella, that is a nice cheeky pop. But he's hit this ball too far away from him, face. And so just giving it on over to Omit.
Looks like we'll have quite a battle in their midfield. Fassi's trying to make up for his past mistake, almost gets it in. It's the crossbar. He gets another try it, puts it forward. But again, some of them damage is just ready. These teams are both putting the speed on the line, trying to beat each other to the ball. And it shows for a beautiful display of solo skills.
Nice, looking for roots out from Damage Inc. Not really come to anything yet, but potentially right now, this is the moment. Frosty looking to go in for demos, not able to find it. And the shot deflected off to the side. Frosty just being a nuisance. You can see Onko wanting to linger the pass out towards center, but unfortunately, Frosty cannot get through. He's body blocked by the boys on over at Morekats as they hold on to this 1-goal deficit and are going to start looking to turn it around. Talk about turning it around. Frosty, so well done to get that in the mid.
The 50s that we've been seeing from Damage Incorporated are just a little bit better as Morekats right now as well. And that's why it looks, in my opinion, that they have a little bit more control. And here, even an infield pass does not connect. Omid tried to find Fazzy, didn't work. Here, a breakaway. This time, Fazzy does save it, and that was a nice one.
It was indeed, but look at Frosty just running out boost at the worst time. Omid throwing it downfield. Parsi, that's a nice bounce out, but Omid goes flying past. No one is home right now. Damage Inc. looking to punish, but that was a setup towards the right-hand side and no one there to put it away. A mistake coming on out, but again, Aravella just a little bit too late to the party, and unfortunately, all the cake's gone.
Well, ball does keep an offensive help from Morekats, and eventually they have to try and break out because it looks more dangerous with the second from Damaging Corp. Awkward touch here to the middle, it goes up again. Is Fazzy here? No, he just lets it go for Levito. Ball keeps there. They will slowly but surely run out of boost if this keeps happening. They finally get it out again, but someone's just waiting. There's like, no, go back into your corner.
Talk about going back into the corner. There you go, face right there. Iravella. What a block play. And he's been smart here. He knows there's like near enough no chance he's actually turning that into a goal off his own account. So instead, he's just taking it nice and slow, keeping it in control and just allowing time, because you must have seen teammates getting demoed there. Just allow them respawn in, pick up the 100s, and then pick up that midfield line. Very, very clever play coming out from Damage Inc.
For sure, but there's only less than a minute remaining, and Morekats need to find that goal while damaging you. Like, we've got the time on our side. Just play it out. We're almost there. But here could be a good opportunity. What a save again by Iravella. Just barely managed to come in between the attacker and the shot.
Yeah, and Frosty, Abel's still that 100 away. Parsy's got boost, however, cut in from Frosty. Once again, blocked out by Levito. He's wanting to take it down into the corner. Demo coming on out, and Omid can finish it off. Bingo in chat, bigged him up, and I can see why. Beautiful angle.
And don't forget about the demo that was made as well. He removed the player from the field, making sure that nobody would be in net to save it. And with a 1-1 tied up game, I'm looking forward to this overtime, because I bet you, Bacon, we're gonna get it.
You could indeed. I mean, more likely than not at this point. However, Damage Inc. on the attack. That's a shot put on just high of net. Onko wanting to throw it back into the mixer, but Parsy gets it away. Up in the corner right now. He needs assistance, but not going to find it again, though. This ball just does not want to die. Frosty wanted the second touch, but that clearance should send it away, and Onko just can't get it to the wall.
I think this overtime is going to mean a lot, because I would say that Damage Incorporated has looked like the better team, but they couldn't find the net one more time, because the only goal that they scored was Fazzy while not being in the greatest positions. And right now, if Morekats can take this, it would shut them down so much that it could just be like their confidence going down by so much that they don't know if they can take it again. They might try to figure out some stuff. What I would say, you're doing fine, Damage Incorporated.
They are doing fine indeed, but their finishing just is not there. They've had so many opportunities where they could have been ending this game, I would say 3-1, you know, to account for saves still, right? Damage Inc. looks the safer bet out of these two sides, but they just do not have it. Too many solo plays towards the net. They need to get those passing plays coming on out. Whereas on the opposite end, that one goal that came on through by Morekats was a great team play. And if they can replicate that, well, straight up they're going to win. This has all the feelings of a long OT, unless there is just one little slip-up mistake.
We do see a more passing attempt from Damage Inc., which could help them out, but here Iravella tries to go again, alone. Flops around the ball, does get the 50 eventually, and here, Onko in the air, passing it down, shot, no! Couldn't make it right there, and now they have to go back. Onko not in the greatest position. He does get the big boost, and Frost is like, I'll take my time. You guys rotate, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and trying to just lock it out with the 50-50s. That was great. Well played by Damage Inc. Again, a little bit of a slip-up, Parsy. I'm just going to say, buddy, I don't know what you were doing so close behind your other man, but nonetheless, the issue was forced by Damage Inc. and Iravella. Going to get the killing blow here in Game 1, but face, it is a best of 5. So they're definitely not out of the woods just yet.
No, they can certainly do something about it. And if you look at the 2 goals that had been scored, well, I would honestly say those were both pretty savable. So I wouldn't like fret too much about it if I was Morekats and just keep going while you're going. I would be a little bit more scared for Damage Inc. because what we see, well, not like on their side, but if they keep on doing the solo plays that you mentioned, if they keep on using all their boosts to just get a touch that doesn't do that much, they eventually will get capitalized upon their defensive off.
Good. Oh my. No. That's a nightmare for Morekats, isn't it?
Yeah. How can you let a 50... I'm going to be a little bit critical here. How can Omid allow a 50 towards the net from that position? Why are you just not covering it and 50ing it towards the wall?
And... yeah. they've now just got to look to clean up on that mistake, but Damage Inc. It's one of those fabled moments for them coming into this lower bracket. Give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. They're a team that has got so much passion behind them. Not to say Morekats don't have passion and want this, because they're going to want it just as much. But you can just see Damage Inc. are trying to look for those opportunities. Look at their build-up in the midfield and just that tenacity to chase onto this. Going to take this on in towards the center. Not been found. However, look at this. Just hogging the ball now, Iravella. Not letting anyone from Morekats get a sniff at it.
Damage Inc. have only one thing, now two things on their mind. The ball and score. Move the ball forward. Go, go, go. That's all they think about. Oh, that could have been the 1-1, but the post saving there. Another shot, and again, not on target. This last one, then, yes, no!
How?
The crossbar, and now we get a counter. You're not going to tell me this is going to go in. He doesn't have the shot. He gets blocked out of it, but... Oh,
Vito's not got that.
Morekats.
Oh, he's got the second touch, though. 1v2. He's just thrown it to the floor, and that's handing it on over. Omit now looking to get it deep downfield, allow time for his teammates to just try and steal themselves and get into the mid, but Frosty has bought so much time. It's not the most confident pass, but it was looking pretty dangerous. Iravella looking for the drop down, blocked out by Levito, and now this is when you charge Morekats. You don't just throw it towards net. So they've handed it on over. The 50-50 was okay, but they're not getting anything out of this.
Oh, but it could still be to come. Iravella, very smart, slows it down here, but ball up high, bouncing down. Is there a follow-up? Yes, but shot from Levito was not on target. Demo, so they can keep offensive pressure. Yes, good job. Now is someone to follow up. It's going to be time taken here by Damaging Corp. Gets it over one, but maybe Levito can find anything again, but Damage Inc. is just a little bit quicker to the ball. They know where it's going to be, they know where to position, and they will take most of them.
Oh, sorry, I was just taking a moment.
Yeah, you were speechless, right?
Yeah. Wow. That... And it's just the sneaking coming out from Levito. No one expected him there. I don't even think his teammate, was there like, oh, Levito's down center. He was just looking to run it away. But Levito stepped in at the perfect time, and no one took account for it.
And we're also, just like the previous game, tied up. But it looks like Morekats are finding more offensive opportunities. I would say it's not like significantly more than the first game, but there's a higher amount. I think they've also hit the post like 3 or 4 times already this game. So there might be something here to come. A pass back? No, it's a little bit too hard, but a lovely idea.
It was indeed. Shot towards net. Zomit does get away. Levito, not the most confident pinch, but it does the job. Shot put on by Onko. No one home. And of course, Parsi just getting there in time. Is this going to be a good pass out from Frosty? He's got no boost, however. Wanted to cut it across. It was a great idea from Frosty, but clearly he didn't tell his teammates that was going to come down.
There's another one. It looks like Damage Inc. likes to go to the wall and try to get it back mid, but the follow-up just isn't quick enough here. Another shot put to the side by Omid. Alfazi waiting, takes his time with it, gets dunked, but Levito's like, thank you very much, free ball for me, let me put it forward. Pass doesn't connect, but Morekats, they're doing fine. They only have to find that net. That's their biggest struggle.
And at this level of Rocket League, you can just see the friendship on the pitch, which is always great, where these are lads that are looking to break it through, and they do it all together. And the emotions, when you get 2 times like this, the final minute, where it suddenly gets so real face. I mean, we've both been in there in the past, buddy, and you can see Damage Inc. having that very far third man back where they're okay to take this to OT because they just don't want to lose it now.
Certainly won't, but in the last 30 seconds, can someone take it? It looks like Morekats are pushing it here. Fozzy trying to get backward, gets blocked out. Is there a turnaround? No. There's Levito, 0 boost. He does stick around. Omid gets one more touch. You see them waiting in the midfield to get another dunk. This will drop down. Is this then a goal? No, it gets defended. And the ball keeps in. Levito, can you make it then? No. Again, another defender of Damage Inc. They're just waiting on the goal, and yeah, shoot to me. I'll be waiting. Just give it to me for free. I'll happily take it.
And we'll happily take this OT. 1-0 in the series to Damage Inc. 1-1 in this game too. Damage Inc. could move up onto qualification point. And of course, on the opposite end, the boys in blue, Morekats, could send us into an effective best of three. I hate that term, but it gives them so much hope to get back into this series and really lets them recollect their thoughts so they don't stumble, they don't fall here and now. The ball thrown downfield. Iravella wanting to get out to the midfield, but it has been intercepted by Parsi. Iravella throwing it high into the air, and he's following on to this. Where's the second man to follow up on that play?
Well, here he is, and it's Frosty Bacon. He was just waiting a little bit longer because, as we have seen throughout this series, Iravella likes the ball. He doesn't really want to share. He finally does, but he's like, you didn't score it. I won't share it next time.
Oh, great pass on out. The
Oh!
1-2-1 play. And Onko's going to seal the deal. Again, another OT goal, which is just world class from these boys.
That's just the beauty. We often highlight goals that's like, yeah, that's a double flip reset backboard double tap. And we're like, wow. But this play, this passing play, the speed of it and the accuracy is so hard to pull off that I would call this more impressive than any double tap.
Definitely right there. For me, especially when, again, you look at this level, the team plays are much more impressive because that actually takes so much more time to figure out. And that for me is also quite a lot of like what turns a player from this level into, you know, that sort of fledgling RLCS player is just being able to work as a team. Because it's all well and good going into free play, learning the flip resets, musty flicks, breezy flicks, you know, coming off the ceiling and all of that sort of stuff. But if you can't play as a team like that, where you have to be pitch perfect, so in time with one another, you're not going to be able to go far. And that's why Damage Inc. is just a thrill to watch.
Yeah, and I hope that Iravella will also try to find those passing plays. I'm not trying to take too much of a I think I'm well versed in English bacon, but I just can't find the word right now.
Describe it to me.
Yeah, it's like when you like talk someone down a little bit, you know.
Yeah, you're not discrediting them.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I want him to be involved in that as well. It could be so much more active on the side of Damage Inc. if Irevella's like, hey, I have teammates I can pass. And you'll probably find that. We'll hopefully see one of these as well. But what I like to see more is Morekats coming back. I don't want another quick trio. It would be nice to see an actual battle, even though this has been very close with these two overtimes.
Yeah, imagine that. Haven't cast it for a while and come back to only 3-0s. Like, that's what you get, buddy.
Oh!
Oh, that is good from Iravella.
And again, he passes Frosty. Frost like, here, you have a back buddy. And the passing plays are coming out of Damage Inc. If their solo plays weren't dangerous enough already, this will put another layer of the cake that is Damage Incorporated. And it looks sweet.
Does indeed. Levito, good 50-50. Parsi being able to turn in on it. I'm not quite convinced about his position in there, but now he's lingering. He's been called into the fray. This is a difficult one to pick on up. He's going for demos. That's a good choice right there. But Iravella is going to be the one into it. Demo on goalkeeper. But again, none of these actually being shots put on down. They've got all the pieces to the puzzle, but they're just not putting them in the right places.
Oh, there could be one. No, Iravella barely gets it. I do think we've seen what the game plan is going to be for Morekats for this game. I think bumping has something to do with it. I'm not that sure about it, Bacon, but it does look like it. But as long as you're bumping, you also have to put it on target. And here's then a Pazzi trying it. Ooh, almost gets it off Unko. He got a tiny touch at the end to put it up, but not high enough.
And demos and bumps aren't always the answer. It's got to be said, because a lot of people think, oh, they're just bringing it out because that's going to create an opening. Well, if you're going for that demo, you're also putting yourself out of the rotation, aren't you? So it's a risky strat. It can be, you know, playing it on a knife edge. And so far, it hasn't worked. It hasn't hurt them, however. So perhaps we just have not had anything come to fruition just yet. Omit, that was a pass across, and Levito not able to turn around on it. Again, the demo, not a bad idea. But where he went for the demo, he wasn't able to be there to receive the pass.
Demos are way harder than people think they are because you have to be aware of everybody on the pitch and what would the demo exactly do. But most people go for it because they're like, well, we're losing anyway. What is something we can do to shake it up? Well, demos are probably a thing to go with, and people often choose to do it. I don't think it's a bad choice in general, but it needs to be more thought through.
Ball's going to bounce on high above the Damage Inc. net, but notice since getting these demos going, it has to be said, Morekats have had a lot more control of the ball.
Yeah.
That nearly hurt them there, 50-50. And now this is just a ton of time put in from Damage Inc. Looking to hold that midfield line. I reverse, slowing it on down off the wall. That's a wicked 50-50, but Frosty is there to put it off to the side, give them a bit of safety. And again, another 50-50 come out. Morekats are close, but not close enough.
The only thing that Morekats doesn't have going for them is their shooting, is their finishing. Because they got their opportunities, they've got their chances, and they tried demos, and Damaging's like, hey, something we can do as well, buddy, and very smartly played here. We see that Arvel's like, I'll wait, you go demo, I'll wait, oh, you got him, okay, I'll shoot now. He
So well communicated.
Puts it over, but perfect execution.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Iravella bring that into the dribble, I was like, oh, why did you not just let Frosty, like, step on it and shoot? Because that's a valid, option as well. But Iravella calling Frosty to go for the demo is the safer play by nearing off every single account, because even if he doesn't get that demo, he's going to be able to make an easier shot around the dislodged player.
For sure, but with 30 seconds on the clock, Morekats, they have to come now, but they're not even on the ball. It's Iravella again, passes it mid. Shot is not on target, it's far from, and now Morekats have to go. Move the ball forward, there's one. The defender's waiting, he's like, I'll just clear it right back. Time is on our side. Levito, up, high, follow-up, doesn't get it. Then Levito again puts it mid. Is there a shot? No, it gets blocked again. They're desperately trying to grab the straws that they need, but a goal is far from found.
Is indeed on the goal line!
Yes!
Okay! Levito with 5 seconds, or should I say 4.7, because Rocket League does go to the decimal. We only normally, without these extremely creative HUDs, don't get to see it. But 4.7 seconds left to go. It's an opportunity. It's a shot put on, but into the corner, into the floor, and Damage Inc. are going to be taking it in a 3-0 sweep. That is such a big difference from against You Choose Pesci. Damage Inc. with the pacing of this series were able to do so much more damage. It's a night and day difference.
Yeah, that last game, just to put it out there, Morekats doubled the shots of Damage Inc. They had 12. And they only put in 1. I love to see them and how they work, and they did well, but their shots are not of a high quality enough to get past the defender. It needs to be more power and better placement, and they could have taken this one. But Damage Inc., they were on the pitch just, I wouldn't say that much better. They were slightly better, but they were just better in the most important thing, which is finishing.
Was indeed. So guys, we unfortunately do not have another match to bring you. However, we do have another day, and of course, another incredible lot of teams. Looking at right now, face 16 teams into tomorrow. Let's quickly go and confirm them right now. Of course,
yes,
those that were invited, those that have been working hard through the fields to make it into this final. We've got Cavemen, White Demons, Athletics Esport, Wicked Sailors, MTP Esport, Game Fist, Domino Esport, Team MCES, and of course the 8 teams qualified from today, Plan B Esports, to I can't say that name on Twitch, unfortunately. Sad times. Bacon GG, AW3 Esports, Beacon, GG, you could say, but that's bacon.
I like bacon.
Project Everseo, you choose Pesce, Godalians, and of course, just confirmed there, Damage Inc. moving on to tomorrow into a 16-team double elimination bracket for a slice of $2,500. That's a lot of money up for grabs, of course. 1,500 going to first place here, Face. And for me right now, naturally, I'm looking at it going, I think White Demons are probably your favorites for that. But any of these teams can show up on the day. We've seen it before from the likes of Game Fish. You've got Cavemen over there, cynical shots, and a lot with a lot of talent. You never count out any sort of Spanish side like Wicked Sailors, right? So there's a lot here to choose from, and enjoy.
For sure. I'm going to look at one team because I need to shout them out a little bit. Game Fist. There's a talent on the team called Jay Waits. He's still a very, very young Belgian player, but he can do some incredible stuff. And I think that they can make a very good run. They do play Yuchu Specie round 1, which is probably the worst team they could have gotten round 1. But I do expect them to show up as well. So don't be surprised if we see a strong Game Fist tomorrow.
Oh, and definitely, I think we got to try and get that one up. But Face,
yeah,
I'm sort of having a moment of sadness right now because we've got no more games left to play. So we're going to have to wrap it on up. And of course, say a massive thank you to everyone tuning in at home. Everyone, of course, behind the scenes at Rival Esports, and not only bringing on the field for, alongside Psyonix for the 6 months and then being able to bring this finale together to be able to show off all the talent, not only in Europe, but also NA. Make sure to tune in later. Same place here. We will be going live at 6 p.m. EST, I do believe it is, with even more action in field, but the NA time. But tomorrow, of course, you're mainly European fans out there, tune in 6 p.m. CEST back here on Twitch for the finale. The top 16 teams in Europe vying for a slice of that $2,500. I've been Digital Bacon. Joining me in the commentary booth is, of course, Face. Earlier on, we saw both Shope and Spooks. And from all of us here, until we see you next time, stay safe. Toodaloo.